Welcome back to Kyle's Financial News. I am your host, Kyle. Today's date is July 12th, 2024. Markets pumped up pretty big this morning. The S&P 500 was well over 1% and then sold off a bit at the close, giving back about half of the gains for the day on the indexes. The Dow closed above 40,000 points. Pretty significant milestone there. UBS downgrades Tesla today to a sell and sets a price target of $197. Say goodbye to Redbox and those red DVD dispensing kiosks. The company has previously filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which if you aren't familiar with Chapter 11 bankruptcy, that's where the company kind of goes under a restructuring process, oftentimes downsizing quite a bit, but it allows the company to continue operating. They can still be kind of going about normal business while they kind of develop a plan to get out of debt. But it was released today that they have since changed that Chapter 11 filing to a Chapter 7 filing, which is total and utter liquidation of everything. So they have stopped all business operations and everything's got to go. I doubt this will benefit Netflix or Roku or much of either, because Redbox was only producing barely above $200 million a year in sales. Just a drop in the bucket compared to those other two. Netflix does have their earnings for Q2 coming out next week, and Roku the week after that, towards the end of the month. Just a few days ago, we got data that the consumer price index has dropped a couple percentage points, which is showing good signs regarding the fight against inflation. But then now we have data showing the producer price index is up. So a little bit of contrast to that positive news. Speculators are betting on a September FOMC meeting rate lowering event, and not by a small amount. Traders are expecting a whopping 0.5 percentage point, but Jerome Powell this week persisted that the fight against inflation is ongoing and that they will need to see more data before pivoting. It may be safe to say their meeting at the end of this month will be another non-event or no rate changes. Can't wait to hear what type of comments he has in a few weeks to see if his sentiment has changed at all with this data that came out this week and data still to come out in between now and then. Microstrategy is announcing a 10-for-1 stock split, ticker MSTR, is the largest holder of Bitcoin, totaling 226,331 Bitcoin, valued at about $13 billion currently. They're undergoing the stock split after having increased in share price over 300% this year, trying to make their stock price a little bit more attractive to some smaller investors, I imagine. That's all I have for now to wrap up this week. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Hope you all have a nice weekend, and I will check back in post-market session on Monday.